What's going on YouTube? It's your boy John B. Come back to you with a brand new haircut tutorial. So my client came in with a full head of hair and I forgot to record the beginning, but I did run it over with number 6 as I am right now. I guess I forgot to press the record button, but I'm going to be doing number 6 on top with a bald fade on the side. And I'm going with my GRLs with the number 6 guard. These are one of my favorite clippers to use just because they kind of give me that fast feed blend. Kind of like a softer blend. It's not really like too sharp, and that's how I like my blends. So first I'm going with my trimmers and I'm gonna make my first guideline. I'm gonna drop it in the back a little bit, but that doesn't mean it's gonna be a drop fade. I'm just not gonna bring it really high. So I'm just gonna go with my trimmers and I'm gonna make my first guideline. And I hope you guys are enjoying this content I'm putting out. I think this is like my 4th tutorial in like 2 weeks or a week and a half. So I am putting in that work for you guys, and I'm using my FX3 trimmers here. If you guys really want a trimmer to use, I do recommend these. I have them 0 gap, but not fully 0 gap because I don't want them too sharp. But I do use these on kids or with people with sensitive hair or sensitive skin. So next I'm going with my shaver, the FX3 shaver. This is my favorite shaver just because of the feel, and I like how you can see the battery life. It's a matte black finish and it feels really smooth on your hand, and I just feel like it's the best shaver. It gets down to skin like every other shaver, but it just the comfortability of it is really good to me, and you guys should try it out. It's kind of pricey, but it's worth it, trust me. Next, I'm going with my GRLs with the lever all the way open. I'm going to make my first guideline about a finger's width. And I'm going to go all the way from the side to the back. I'm only going to be doing one side of the head just because it's just repetitive. It's going to be the same steps. I'll show you guys the final product at the end. So be sure to go over your guidelines just to make sure it's a true lever open. Then I'm going to start with my lever close and I'm going to flick at that bottom line. But I'm not going to go as high as my second guideline. Just flick at it, just so you can blend from bald skin to lever close. Then I'm going to open the lever a little bit and use my corner and flick out that line, and that should almost get you done or blended with that line. Next, 3/4 open, and I'm going to use my corner just to blend that line out. And close the clipper a little bit if you have to use that corner to take out the dark spots. Alright, now I'm going with my number 1 guard, and I'm going to make my next guideline about the same width as the last guideline, about a finger's width. I went a little higher, but it's going to be okay just because I know how his hair blends. I've been cutting his hair for almost a decade, so I don't really stress about it because I know how it's going to come out. So next I'm going to go with my half guard with the lever all the way open. Then I'm going to close it slowly the lower you go, just like the last step. And be sure not to go too high because you don't want to bring that fade higher. And I like cutting his hair because his hair blends really nicely and he has a really sharp lineup that you'll see later on in the video. And as you can see here, I'm using my corner a lot, and that's essential when you're doing haircuts because sometimes the guards can't save you and the corner will help out a lot. So next I'm going with my clipper over comb technique. Hold it out about a 90-degree angle. Go a little more out if you want to be safe. But I just do it at a 90 degree because I'm used to it at this point. Next I'm going with my 1.5 guard. And the same steps. Open lever, start with it first, and then close it the lower you go. I usually keep a brush or a comb in my left hand just because I want a clean area every time I start blending, because you don't want those loose hairs to get in the way. That way it'll hide the blend a little bit. Alright, so for the last step, you should see the blend starting to come out. And I'm just going to use my number 1 guard with the lever open. And I'm going to start to close it a little bit as well if need to. And this is pretty much going to be the end of the blending steps. And you can see the blend coming out already, so you should be straight when you get to this part. So I'm going with my FX trimmers again, and like I said, they are zero gap, but not too sharp, not as my other trimmers that I use. So I'm just going off with this for a rough draft first, and I noticed that it's not hitting like I want it to. So I'm going with my other Babyliss trimmers, and these are sharpened, which is why I like using them for lineups. And I don't have to really press hard. As you can see, I'm not pressing hard at all, and his lineup is coming out really crispy. And this is why these are my favorite trimmers when it comes to lining up. Be sure to dust off your client and dust off the hair that's sticking out, because that'll kind of get in the way of the lineup. I like to start from the middle and work my way to the vertical bars. I didn't do a pre-lineup in here like I usually do in my other videos, but like I said, I've been cutting his hair so long, I don't really need to do it. So next I'm going to use my enhancements. These are the Zay Barber Supply enhancements. I'm going to try to use a different kind of enhancement in my next video, hopefully. So stay tuned for that. And after the enhancements, I like to go at my trimmers again just to make sure it's as sharp as I want it to be. Moving on to the next side, same steps, just enhancements and reline it up. Next, I'm going on my razor, and I'm just gonna start from the middle. I work my way to the sides. Be sure to stretch the skin. Use your thumb or whatever finger you want to use, and just be sure to glide. And if the hair is thick, don't be afraid to spray some water on there. That way you don't irritate the skin. Sometimes I do it, but usually I don't. I just dry shave because I like the look more. Get this side done. And that's pretty much the end of the haircut, guys. Stay tuned for the final product. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me with my algorithm and get my videos out more. And thank you guys so much. I'll see you in a few days. It's your boy John B, and I'm out.